Are you looking to start an Upwork and you want some honest advice and honest feedback and a review of the platform and how it actually works in real life? Well, there are plenty of videos out there on this topic, and people who sincerely hate Upwork and probably don't even understand how a business or freelancing works, just YouTubers reviewing Upwork, and that's fine, they're doing their own thing, but let me give you a viewpoint of someone who's been on the platform for the last 9 years and who's used it as a client, as a freelancer, as everything, and who actually made it work. So it's not gonna be one of those, I hate Upwork and I hate it so much because of all these bad things video. It's gonna be an honest review of my experience and how you can make the platform work, or maybe to figure out that the platform is not for you in the first place. So let's dive right into it. And by the way, if you're wondering why I'm qualified to give you any of this advice or feedback, well, I've been on Upwork since 2011 when it was called Odesk, and helped over 700 people start on there as well. Friends, family, and then eventually I started helping people in a program. So before we dive into it, hit the subscribe button and the bell notification icon so you get future updates on my content, if you like it, of course. Now, here's the thing about Upwork. People wonder, what are the fees? Aren't the fees super, super high? And am I not gonna just lose all my money on fees? Well, when you start, they are impressive. It's 20% up to $500 as of this recording, and 10% afterwards up to $10,000, and then it goes, I think, to 5%, and that's per client relationship. So for every single client that you get as a freelancer or agency owner, that's what you get. So to be honest, the fee doesn't really matter because I've built funnels for myself, and I've seen other people build funnels for themselves, for their agencies, and I've seen how much it takes. It takes around $6,000 if you run a Facebook ad funnel for your own agency and you want to get clients like that in just ad spend. That's assuming you know what you're doing and you have something that already works. It takes $6,000 just to test if a funnel is going to work. And then there's a chance that, of course, it won't. So if you think about it, if you're just starting out and it's a 20% fee on the first $500, and 10% fee afterwards up to $10,000 per client, it's actually quite okay. It's not a big deal. And as with things like taxes, you just charge the client for it. Obviously, you need to charge the client for it. You don't just take the hit yourself. If the platform takes 20%, the money is coming from the client. That means the client is paying the 20% extra. You're not paying it as the freelancer agency owner. Now, some people will say, yeah, but fewer people will buy. Well, you should probably not sell to those people. Just sell to the people who can afford it. Not who say their budget is enough, but who can actually afford it, who can get the money and value your service, and who can afford a great service. Because why would you do business with anyone else anyway? Of course, get clients who can afford it. Of course, get clients who are a pleasure to work with and have a good enough amount of money, a good enough budget, realistically, not theoretically, but in real world, have enough money to pay you. And those people you could definitely find on Upwork. And of course, I'll cover that in other videos. We're not here to do a tutorial so much on Upwork on how to get your first client. That's a different video that I'll link at the end of this video. So for now, let's compare Upwork to some other platforms out there. Which one is the biggest? Actually, Fiverr is the biggest and Upwork isn't. However, if you go on Fiverr, you'll see that most projects, if not everything, it's kind of expected that you start off at $5 to $20 per project and you build up your credibility like that. On Upwork, not so. You can start off with expensive projects. If your sales skills, the way you use Upwork, and of course the service that you offer warrants a higher price. On Fiverr, it's a lot harder to do. So even though Fiverr is ranked higher than Upwork, it's ranked 162 as the 162nd highest visited website in the United States, and Upwork is only 258. Upwork has more valuable clients if you look at the price or the cost per project. So Fiverr does have some expensive projects, but overall, you're looking at Upwork if you want to sell stuff for $1,000 and above. So let's go to freelancer.com. Freelancer.com is number 2037, which is a lot lower than Upwork. So if you look at it that way, actually, Upwork is the number one place with by a very wide margin to get high-paying clients as a beginner if you want to use a platform instead of generating your own traffic on your own website, right? So, and by the way, the whole traffic to your own website is super complicated, super expensive, and very, very high risk. No matter what anyone tells you, no matter what any agency or so-called marketing guru tells you, running your own ads and building your own website is 1,000 times more complicated, and I'm not joking, compared to getting clients on Upwork. I've proven this over and over and over, and so did my students. So in summary, in terms of ranking and traffic, Upwork has way more traffic to it, and as a result, way more active members. And you can see this if you go to alexa.com, you type in upwork.com versus fiverr.com versus freelancer.com. Upwork has not the highest ranking, so not the most traffic, but if you look at the search results on Upwork, it has more projects with good budgets and more people willing to pay thousands of dollars for projects. So let's talk about some more fees on Upwork, because you're not just paying the 5, 10, or 20% fees. You're also most likely going to pay for Freelancer Plus, which is a paid account on Upwork. And this is 100% worth it. It's around $15 or so right now. But if you look at it, you get a bunch of proposals that you can send for that money. I don't remember the exact number, and it changes every few months, so I may as well not mention it. You can Google it, but you get a substantial number of proposals for those $15. And consider you're likely to do 10 proposals per day, send 10 proposals per day to clients. It's actually better to do Upwork and pay those higher fees and these proposal fees than going on freelancer.com and having to compete with people, not really be able to get people on calls so easily, and having other issues that you don't really have on Upwork. So overall, Upwork has clients with bigger budgets that are more willing to talk to you one-on-one and not compare you to 50 other people. And there's more people that are serious about business and serious about freelancing and Upwork compared to freelancer.com, based on my personal experience, of course. And again, overall, in my opinion, the fees are almost completely irrelevant. And anyone who understands business should see that that's the least important factor out of all the factors that we're going to discuss in this video. And that is because the value of the clients is more important, and the amount of money you can charge is more important, and the freedom you get is more important. So let's move to the next point, and that is competition. The common belief is that it's so very competitive on Upwork, and you're forced to compete with people offering the service at a fraction of what you'd want to sell the service for. And it's a race to the bottom. If you sell the exact service that the cheap freelancers are offering in the exact same way and deliver the same quality, yes, you are competing and participating in a race to the bottom. This is true. But smart freelancers and agency owners don't do that at all. They consult clients on the best solution for them and charge seriously premium amounts of money, yes, on Upwork. And if you go look at the real search results, you'll see there's a bunch of freelancers charging between $50 and $300 an hour. And they're really doing it. Go look at their work history. It's not that hard to get started on Upwork and charge good money, especially if you or someone on your team has the relevant skills for it. Now, of course, you also need a good sales process, and you need to do this stuff on calls, okay? Like chatting to people, you're not gonna charge $300 an hour. So the first thing to do is get 5 reviews on the platform as soon as possible. And the other steps are in some of my other videos on how to get started on Upwork. So I'll link a playlist below this video about that very topic. So let's move on to the next topic. You don't need to apply to jobs only if you're really, really, really qualified to do the job yourself, okay? You don't need to wait for some magical jobs that you're extremely competent for and only you can do the job, okay? You can hire people on your team who get paid after you get the jobs, okay? After you get the sale, after you get agreed that you're gonna do a project, you can hire people, get them on your team, and you can have a bunch of freelancers who work with you. They're on standby and they're very qualified. As long as you get the sale, as long as you manage the client, they'll help you deliver the project. You can do this. This is a way you can build a business or a freelancing career on Upwork. And there's this misconception that you need a bunch of reviews. And I said get the 5 reviews, but in reality, you don't even need those. Like, they'll help and they'll get you more sales, right? The top rated status will get you more sales, more reviews will get you more sales, rising talent status on Upwork will get you more sales, but you don't even need those to get your first sale. A long track record and a million other things help, but they're not a prerequisite to get clients on Upwork. I know people think that, but it's simply not true. And I've proven that over and over and over ad nauseum. So you can start off with a well-written profile, slowly build up your reviews, although if you do it faster, it's better, and send lots of proposals, 10 per day, and get jobs and contracts like that. And it's harder for sure, but it works. It's a funnel like any other funnel. It's a way to get people on calls. That's what Upwork is. It's a way for people to get on calls, for you to be able to close them on projects that your agency sells. And it's not some magical playground for freelancers. It's a funnel to build your freelancing career or agency. Welcome to Upwork. And that's, of course, all my opinion. I'm not, representing Upwork or anything like that. I'm just giving you a review. So now you may think I'm some kind of Upwork fanboy at this point, and to some extent I am, because it's a pretty amazing platform. However, Upwork has a dark side. There's also some negative points. If you get an Upwork client through Upwork, following all their rules and terms of use and all that complicated stuff of staying on the platform, getting paid on the platform, etc., 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 then the client can cause you a lot of issues actually. So the client may not be the best fit for you, or there's a disagreement, and you're likely to lose your time and never get paid, and get a bad review on your platform, on your profile on the platform, because that's how the platform works. They tend to side with the client more often than not, just in my experience. So of course, I'm not advising to do anything against the terms of use. Of course, follow the rules to the T, but what's preventing you from having an agreement with the client, verbal or written, that there are no refunds and that they cannot leave a bad review unless certain conditions are met? Well, you are fully capable of having a contract with leads that you get through Upwork, and that's what I've seen work over and over and over. That's how people maintain a 100% success rate on the platform. In summary, pick a good niche, avoid pain in the ass clients, and have a good contract with good clients selling a good service for a lot of money. And then you're gonna avoid all these issues of having bad reviews and getting kicked off the platform. Do some expectation management and treat Upwork like a tool to get leads for your business. That's probably the 4th time I said it in this video because it's so very important. Then you'll see that Upwork is one of the, if not the very best platforms in the world to get started and grow your freelancing career or agency. Next up, there's a video on how to get clients on Upwork. Here we go into the nitty-gritty, and click right here to watch the video actually. And again, if you like this content, if you'd like more free content on marketing, sales, entrepreneurship, and how to get started on Upwork and make the platform really work to build a real freelancing career or business, then click the subscribe button. But next up, click on this video right here on how to get clients on Upwork.